This is the Global Intelligence Update for August 27, 2025, from intelligenceanalysis.org. Sophisticated cyber threat actors are exploiting critical vulnerabilities, posing significant risks to global security. Geopolitical tensions are escalating in key regions, further complicating the security landscape. Additionally, emerging technologies are reshaping threats, requiring adaptive strategies to mitigate risks effectively. Regional security analysis reveals heightened cyber threats, with a 39% increase in Latin America and 29% in Asia-Pacific. Geopolitical tensions are escalating, notably in the South China Sea and with Iran's nuclear ambitions. Climate change exacerbates resource conflicts and migration pressures, posing significant challenges to infrastructure resilience. Cyber threats are escalating, with a 39% increase in sophisticated attacks on critical infrastructure in Latin America and a 29% rise in Asia-Pacific. Geopolitical tensions are heightening, notably in the South China Sea and with Iran's nuclear ambitions. Climate security issues are exacerbating resource conflicts and migration, acting as a significant threat multiplier. Cyber threat intelligence reveals critical vulnerabilities in key systems. NetScaler ADC Gateway faces 3 severe flaws, including CVE 2025-775, enabling remote code execution. Chrome's WebGL flaw, CVE 2025-9478, poses significant risks, allowing malware installation. The energy sector sees an 80% rise in ransomware attacks, with concerns over Chinese solar inverters. These vulnerabilities highlight the urgent need for robust cybersecurity measures. NetScaler Application Delivery Controller Gateway faces 3 critical vulnerabilities, notably common vulnerabilities and exposures, 2025-7775, allowing remote code execution. Chrome's Web Graphics Library flaw, common vulnerabilities and exposures, 2025-9478, poses severe risks by enabling malware installation. The energy sector sees an 80% rise in ransomware attacks, with concerns over Chinese solar inverters. These vulnerabilities highlight the escalating threat to critical infrastructure. Mustang Panda, active since 2014, targets government, non-profit, and religious sectors globally, using advanced malware to bypass defenses and gather intelligence. Meanwhile, ransomware groups like Lockbit and Black Cat increasingly attack healthcare and education, with insurance claims up 22% in 2024. Latin America experiences 2,116 weekly cyber attacks, 39% above global averages. The Department of Government Efficiency's mishandling of Social Security databases has exposed millions of American records on unsecured cloud servers. Chief Data Officer Charles Borges highlighted the severe identity theft risks, as these records include names, addresses, and birth dates. This breach is a critical data security incident, endangering nearly every American citizen. Geopolitical developments in the Middle East have intensified, with Israeli military operations in Gaza causing significant casualties and humanitarian crises. The Integrated Food Security Phase classification reports famine conditions affecting 500,000 people. Violence during aid distribution has resulted in nearly 700 deaths in July, while media targeting has severely limited independent reporting capabilities. Israeli military operations in Gaza have led to significant casualties, including 57 Palestinian deaths, with children among the victims. Famine conditions affect 500,000 people, and aid distribution violence has resulted in nearly 700 deaths. Media targeting has further hindered independent reporting, with over 190 journalists killed, impacting the flow of information. Iran's nuclear program remains a global concern, with 400 kilograms of uranium enriched to 60% and halted International Atomic Energy Agency inspections. The European Union faces an August deadline to consider snapback sanctions under United Nations Resolution 2231. Meanwhile, the United States has redeployed nuclear weapons to the United Kingdom, reversing 2008 policies, marking a pivotal shift in Western nuclear strategy. The African Union Peace and Security Council, chaired by Algeria, condemned the Rapid Support Forces parallel administration in Sudan. In the Central African Republic, violence surged in Vakaga, targeting civilians amid cross-border incursions. In Mali, Jama'at Nusrat al-Islam wal Muslimin's intensified operations led to a 44% rise in violence in Ségou and 175% in Kayes, affecting regional stability. China's intensified operations around Scarborough Shoal, including signal jamming against Philippine drones, highlight escalating territorial claims and electronic warfare use. Concurrently, Australia and the Philippines launched the ALON exercises, the largest joint force projection involving guided missile destroyers and electronic warfare aircraft, with United States and Canadian participation to bolster regional security. 10 Schengen countries enforced temporary border controls due to a 192% increase in eastern borders route arrivals. Poland reports over 550 illegal crossings from Belarus, attributing this to Russian hybrid warfare tactics. The United Kingdom and France's one in, one out returns agreement processes up to 50 asylum seekers weekly amid record small boat arrivals, straining systems. Latin America faces a cybersecurity crisis, with 2,516 weekly attacks, 39% above global averages. Peru, Colombia, Mexico, Jamaica, and Paraguay are most targeted, with 75% of organizations vulnerable. Political violence is rising. Colombia saw Senator Miguel Uribe Turbe's assassination, while Ecuador's extradition of Los Choneros leader Fito led to 101 fatalities in Manabí province. United States Customs and Border Protection faces challenges with fatalities along the southern border, including drownings in the Rio Grande. The Department of Homeland Security has issued environmental waivers to expedite border wall construction. Additionally, over 2,200 National Guard personnel were mobilized in Washington, District of Columbia, to enhance border enforcement efforts. Environmental threats act as multipliers, exacerbating existing vulnerabilities. Climate change intensifies food insecurity, affecting millions globally. Extreme weather, pests, and diseases challenge agricultural productivity. The African Union Peace and Security Council emphasizes integrating resource governance into early warning systems. Sustainable management is crucial to mitigate these impacts and address the growing pressures on infrastructure and migration. Climate change exacerbates food insecurity, affecting over 730 million people. Extreme weather, pests, and diseases threaten agricultural productivity. The African Union emphasizes integrating resource governance into early warning systems. Ireland highlights infrastructure risks from wind, erosion, and flooding. Environmental degradation drives migration, straining border security and humanitarian systems. Mexican cartels are leveraging advanced technologies like drones to defy state control, enhancing their smuggling operations. Digital drug pipelines and logistics innovations bypass traditional interdiction. In Ecuador, Los Lobos capitalized on a leadership void to expand, while extortion economies in Lima and prison gangs in Brazil's Ceará state tighten their grip. Malaysia and Australia collaborate on countering radicalization, enhancing Malaysia's National Action Plan. Thailand's Thai CyberX 2025 summit addressed cyber defense, emphasizing zero-trust architecture as the digital economy grows. Uganda's military captured the Allied Democratic Forces' largest camp, but militants moved west, increasing civilian attacks, including a deadly church incident in Commander. Strengthening cyber resilience is crucial. Prioritize patching vulnerabilities in NetScaler ADC Gateway and Chrome WebGL. Implement zero-trust architecture and enhance cloud security monitoring. Expand regional cooperation through joint military exercises and intelligence sharing in the Indo-Pacific. address humanitarian crises by establishing protected corridors in Gaza and responding to food security challenges in sub-Saharan Africa. Develop strategies against advanced criminal networks, focusing on border security and climate adaptation. Global intelligence monitoring is crucial for identifying emerging threats. Recent updates highlight the need for vigilance across cyber, environmental, and geopolitical domains. Continuous analysis ensures timely responses to evolving challenges, safeguarding global stability. For in-depth insights, intelligenceanalysis.org offers detailed reports on these critical developments.